When I was a child, I was told a ghost story. One that seemed like any other. But this one grabbed my attention and sparked a deep curiosity. Because this particular ghost story's roots start with my family tree. I'm Colin Booth, and today I'm going to be telling you the story of the hauntings at Mary Buth Farm. All right, so I'm out here in Germantown today for episode 3. I'm with local pro Matt Grady. Wie geht's, Herr Grady? That's German for what's up, because we're in Germantown.
Ich bin Berliner.
Yes, ich bin ein Berliner. All right, so today I am riding my state all-road 6061. I got it set up to dominate some road segments. I have her inflated to max PSI, and I'm running clipless, which I never do. Matt, what are you riding today?
Trek Checkpoint SL6, set up with Ultegra 11 speed, and Challenge Strada Bianca 36C tires. So it runs pretty good for what I like doing around here. Fast enough for the roads, but just enough fun for gravel segments, just like this one.
Nice. It's not often that you hear someone say their deceased relatives are the topic of a ghost story, especially one that grips the minds of teenagers all over the suburb of Milwaukee. In today's video, I'm chasing after the Strava leaderboard on Mary Buth Lane, the road that the old Buth farmhouse is on. I've had the idea to do this video for quite a while now, and it seemed like Halloween was the perfect time. So after a good warm-up ride around Germantown, Matt and I are going to try and put down some sprints and hopefully get an actual descendant of Mary Buth on the leaderboard. For anyone who's watching who isn't involved in cycling, Strava is a GPS tracking fitness app that helps you monitor your performance and training while blending social media elements into their platform. The app is a must-have if you're into cycling, and while it's almost unheard of to find cyclists who are not on the platform, it has become a bit of a meme. Strava uses a tool called segments, which basically turns any road or trail into a virtual racetrack. It tracks and stores all of your best times on a particular segment and publishes them on a leaderboard for other members to see who's crushing it. When you do good, the app awards you with virtual medals and local bragging rights, and when you don't do good, you can create excuses. Are you aware of the story of Mary Buth Lane?
It's folklore, local legend, and not Strava local legend.
No, not Strava. It's quite an old local legend dating back to the 60s that the old farmhouse, the Mary Buth farmhouse at the end of the road, is haunted, thus making this a haunted Strava segment. Matt, was this like local legend in high school?
Oh, it was. Are you kidding me? Like,
yeah, I feel like every high school has its local legends, and I'm not really from this area. So is this the biggest one from your area, or are there other ones?
There is another one, but this is the closest one. Where I grew up in Cedarburg, friends would come here at night, and there were always crazy stories about weird things happening when they were there. You know, you'd have like a crazy flash of light go on by them, and there were no cameras, and like just freaky stuff, almost like paranormal activity. As the story goes, the old farmhouse, dating back to the 1830s, is haunted by 2 ghosts, Mary Buth and her daughter, also named Mary Buth. Like most ghost stories, it has evolved over time and become more sensationalized than it probably should be. My favorite version is that Mary Buth murdered injured Civil War soldiers she was caring for on the farm with an axe.
I find this scenario highly unlikely and somewhat comical, considering Wisconsin isn't particularly close to any Civil War battlefield. In 2006, a combination of these stories was turned into a low-budget horror film called The Legend Trip.
This used to have a house. They dozed it.
Should we go over there?
Sure. Gravel.
Gravel. Matt, do you yourself believe in ghosts?
Well, I don't not believe in them. I think if you think it's too crazy to happen, sometimes it's almost too crazy to not happen.
That's a good way of looking at it. This is probably where all the witches meet.
Oh, it is. Every week. Get off of work.
Yeah, at where? Where do the witches work? What do you think, Subway?
No, human resources. Cycle cross.
Cycle cross.
Yeah.
Okay, World Cup is tomorrow.
Sure is. Got a train.
Matt, do you know how the town of Germantown was founded?
I do not know.
It's actually a pretty unique story. So the town of Germantown was actually founded in the 1940s when the US government resettled Nazi war criminals here under Operation Paperclip.
No kidding.
So that's not true. The Nazi war criminals were redistributed across the country, and then they were given high-level US security clearances. All right, so this road right here is why we're here. This is Mary Buth Lane. All right, ready? I'm dying. I can't do this with the wind. Shame.
Scale of 1 to 10.
4. Like a 4. Absolute shame.
You taste blood in your mouth.
I do.
That means you went hard enough.
I did good. Felt like I did good in the start, but I underestimated this road a bit. And the wind. The wind is like for real, for real. So that's to be expected in October. Your turn.
In episode 1, I asked you guys for feedback on what I could improve or what you would like to see. And Matt actually suggested I include racing Strava segments in every episode. I think this isn't a terrible idea, and it's something I'm going to try and aim for moving forward.
How you feeling? Unfortunately,
So.
I feel like you may have had more wind than I did.
I think I did.
You had a big gust at the bottom of that hill.
Yeah, you probably had me by a few seconds.
That is not true. All right, so I put down a 2:15 on Mary Buth Lane.
That's solid.
Yeah, considering how
considering
how windy it is, I'm happy with that. That puts me at 24th all time, and it's relatively tight.
Yeah.
So like I feel like on a good day I could be in the top 10. And Matt's times will upload later, so I will follow up in the video with that. But he's gonna crush me.
We'll see about that.
You were running a pretty good pace.
I had 20 mile an hour winds coming at me though. We'll see.
Yeah.
We don't even show that much.
Although the weather wasn't amazing for racing Strava segments, I had a lot of fun telling stories and riding with Matt. He would go on to finish the day with over 100 miles, whereas I would go on to Culver's to refuel. I hope you enjoyed this story. Let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps us out tremendously.
Let's go find some ghosts.
Kids like tricks.
Kids like tricks. Oh! Terrible time to be one-handed. I almost ate shit so hard.
There's a few potholes.
While I was adjusting my camera one-handed.